curious how many of you guys do ShareGrid rentals. I've been doing it for a little over a year now, and I've really enjoyed it. I've gotten a chance to meet some really great people. It's a really great way to network with other people in your area who are also creating content. Really love that aspect of it. It's definitely not going to get you a ton of cash in your pocket, but the way I look at it is if I can get 10 rentals out of it, and then at some point I'm going to decide to sell this and I'll recover some of my investment there too. Between the rentals and selling the item, if that pays for it, I'm using it for free. I really like ShareGrid. I had one instance where they called me in the middle of the shoot and were like, hey, the light was just turning on, now it won't turn on anymore. I went out there and swapped it for a different light so that he could still have a successful shoot. He was really great. I contacted ShareGrid and basically said hey, here's the situation. He admits that the light was working when he had it. Now it doesn't work while it was in his possession. ShareGrid was really great about it. They said, find out how much it costs to get fixed. Aperture said they'd no longer work on these lights. ShareGrid then said, great, what does a replacement on eBay cost for something equal? I found one that wasn't the lowest price, also wasn't the highest price, shared that listing with them, and they literally PayPal'd me within 2 hours. It was fantastic. I then took that money. So remember, this is the original 120D. I actually took the money that I got from ShareGrid, and I ended up turning that 120D into my 600X, which is the most expensive light I have at the moment. Anyways, it's great to network. It's great to recover some of your costs on these products. Yeah, overall it's just been really good, and it's helping people out, people who maybe can't afford a 600X, they can rent one for the day. So anyways, thought I'd share that. All right, what's up YouTube? This one is different in the sense that today we're filming actually inside of my house. This is my sister-in-law Taylor. Hi. And she owns a candle business. Here is her candle. And so we wanted to do a little brand story. And so, yeah, we've got this set up. I'll just walk you guys through it real quick because I kind of pulled out all the stops for this one and I'm pretty proud of it. So let's go. First of all, here we go. Camera-wise, we are on the Sony FX6 and we've got the SMALLHD monitor here, which I'm absolutely loving. We are running timecode today because we have 2 cameras and I just want everything to sync. And I've got my audio just coming straight into camera for monitoring. Over here I'm rocking my FX3. Whoa, what happened there? Okay, here we go. Over here I've got my FX3, and this one, very simple, just timecode pack on the pack. And this one I have a 85mm lens, and we're getting a nice little picture. I'll show you on camera or on screen what that looks like. And over here we're shooting the 35 G Master. We had Taylor basically looking off camera, and she is just making eye contact with the teleprompter, which you can't see right now, but basically, we got the iPad teleprompter right there. Lighting wise, we're doing a book light. So I've got my 600X down here on the ground. That is bouncing up into this Ultra Bounce. And we're shooting through, my first time shooting through this, but I really wanted to give it a warm look. So this is a non-bleached muslin. So, it kind of warms things up. We've got the impact boom stand coming over to the deity mic. Up here, we are using the same hair light I always use, the Amaran T2C. We did use a little bit of negative, a little 40x40 right here. Also, I am using my Aperture 300C, and we are shooting that up into the ceiling to try and give the room some ambience. And then we used a couple of just lights, practicals. I've got this lamp as well as this lamp. And I did have to go and put a warm bulb in this one, something closer to the 3000 Kelvin. I wanted to point out on the SMALLHD, this thing is literally a cheat code with L-Zone. If you've heard of it, amazing. If you haven't, you're missing out. L-Zone has changed my life. The way I expose this is Absolutely brilliant the way they do this, to be able to see the exposure and stops. It's just game changing. The SMALLHD monitor is absolutely incredible. We'll talk about that in a second. Here's a couple of the other ones that I got. I recently just picked up the Flowtech legs. I couldn't afford the whole thing. The entire tripod with head is like $3,500 because I want the Activate. So I'm still waiting on that. But the legs, the way I picked these up was used on Adorama. So I'm constantly like scouring used deals, eBay, BH, Adorama, used departments, as well as every single day BH has their flash deals. I forget what they're called, hot deals, flash deals, whatever it is. It's usually like 6 items every single day that they put on like pretty steep discount. So here's a good example of one of those items. This is the Sackler doctor bag. I did like a little reel about this, but this bag is normally right around $400. I want to say I picked it up for $160 on one of those flash deals. It's an awesome bag. I'm absolutely in love with it. I know some of the other guys in the space, David and some of the other guys, have doctor bags that they like. I'm really a big fan of this one, of the Sackler, I don't know how you pronounce it. But this one's super cool. I love the fit. The camera fits perfectly. It's got some like extra little compartments in here that are really great, as well as even there's even this like built-in light, which is pretty cool, because I know there's a lot of times where I'm working at night or in the dark, and it's always nice to have a little light that I can turn on. The my FX6, I've been eyeballing the SMALLHD monitor. Let's talk about it for a second. I notice if you watch videos of like all the high-end pros, most of them are using SMALLHD, and there's a reason why. I've owned them all. So, you know, I started with a Ninja originally, sold the Ninja, dropped down to a Shinobi because I didn't need the recording capabilities, so I got the Shinobi. I was super happy with this. Then, not too long ago, earlier this year, I bought the Holy Land. Really like this one, specifically for the fact that I'll bring an iPad on set, and I can share with my clients. I can show them a feed, and so the clients think that's like the coolest thing because I just let them walk around with my iPad. They can see what I'm shooting, and they love that. $500. The Shinobi was like a few $100, and then the SMALLHD. I wanted the Cine 5. And the reason I wanted the Cine 5 is there is a physical joystick on the side, which I'm really into. I'm gonna put the price of this thing on the screen. I wanna say it's like $1,700 or $1,800 retail, which is just like crazy talk. But I got it on BH Flash Deal, and I'll show my invoice. I want to say it was somewhere like around $1,100, $1,150 or $1,050, something like that. Big discount. And I'll tell you what, when I got it, I don't know that it's worth $1,700 or $1,800, but it is definitely a much better product than the Shinobi or the Holy Land that I was using. The amount of options, it's a lot of it is based on software. The software in this thing is just so much better than those. The amount of things that you can do, create custom pages, where I have a, you know, I'll just show you guys actually. Hold on one sec. First thing I want to point out is just the connections here. So much better. We've got SDI in and out, HDMI in and out. I believe this one here is for camera control, which they did. I actually spoke with support. They said the FX6 camera support is coming soon. Another one of the reasons I wanted this Cine is they said that the camera support is going to work with Cine and Ultra, maybe not Indy. So that's another reason I wanted this. And I like the Limo power connection here. Okay, I'm going to do this quickly, briefly. Again, I'm not a product reviewer. I just want to show you guys a few of the features. I mean, look at this. Hopefully you guys can see this on screen. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, let's see, and let's pull up just a little bit. I wonder if you guys can see this peaking on here. It is so detailed and looks so good. It would be so easy to pull focus with this camera. You know, I was able to do it with the Shinobi and the Holly Lamp, but these guys are using, what's the name of this stuff? They've got peaking as well as focus assist. And there are two different tools on here, which is really, really amazing. I can also zoom in really easily on my image here, and I would be able to check the peaking very, very easily. Let's see, some of the other things that I really love about this monitor are, let me get back here. So this is like an exposure page. This is a like framing. So the way I have mine set up is I have my menus here. Next screen over is framing, then exposure, then focus, scopes, and this is just like a clean feed. So I have different pages here, and if we zoom out, I can move between pages really, really quickly. And you know, they give you so many options here over on the side for different framing. For example, like check this out. This is 16.9. I'm filming something tonight. Client wants social and horizontal. So we're gonna use this. Say I didn't like this white color, I can just change it. I could literally make it green on the sides. I can make it gray on the sides, black on the sides, whatever I wanna do. Ratios here, you know, I've got tons of different ratios. If I needed, I don't know, 4:5 instead, maybe I need a 1:1, maybe I need a 4:3. All these ratios are here, and you can do custom ratios. Like this is just like awesome, awesome stuff. I've found, yeah, you could do a matte or you could do just lines. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's two lines here on the side instead. I do prefer the matte so that I can really see, you know, what's not gonna be there. Anyways, this is amazing. We've got other little tools. I've got my rule of thirds. I've got a center marker. I've got, let's see, what's this? Oh, audio meters. Awesome. And then if we go next screen over, this is the exposure one that I like. I've got different zebras here. You can see the stuff in yellow. That's for one zebra. I've got another zebra in here, which we're not going to see because nothing in this picture is clipping. I've got my waveform, and if I wanted to maybe move my waveform, I can just grab the location of it and we could just move it, you know, wherever I needed it to be. So there's so much customization, it's just incredible. This was a huge selling feature for me right here is the L zone. And why this is so great for me is its exposure and stops. There's plenty of videos about L zone all over YouTube right now. And the more I learned about it, the more I realized this was something I wanted. It's like having a light meter built into my monitor, which makes my life so easy to expose for skin. Using Cine EI on an FX6, I'm able to set the Cine EI to maybe 400, set this where I'm exposing the skin for a half a stop to maybe one stop over middle gray, and trying to make sure my background is maybe half a stop under middle gray, and I end up with awesome looking images. Anyways, just all together, this monitor, I don't want to like, you know, spend a bunch of time here. Right here we could put the LUT on and we can make things look nicer. We could just go over to my clean feed. Overall, the picture on this thing is really nice. The tools are incredible. This is definitely my favorite pickup. The tripod, the Flowtech 75, fantastic. It's great, makes my job a little bit easier. But this is making the biggest difference on the product I'm delivering for my clients. This is doing it for me. The SMALLHD is just game-changing, recommend it. Follow those B&H hot deals. I've seen them throw these monitors up a bunch of times. So anyways, highly recommend.